Space is not just empty, it is a fabric. And like any fabric, it can be stretched, torn, and punctured. You are looking at the most extreme puncture in existence, a black hole. Most people think of it as a cosmic vacuum, but that's a dangerous misunderstanding. A black hole isn't a thing. It's a place where the very laws of physics decide to quit. But how does something like this even form? To understand that, you need to go back to the death of a star. When a star several times more massive than our sun runs out of nuclear fuel, it stops fighting gravity. There is no more fusion pressure pushing outward. The core collapses in milliseconds. The outer layers explode in a violent supernova, one of the brightest events in the universe. What remains is not a normal object. If the core is massive enough, not even neutron degeneracy pressure can stop the collapse. It continues inward until space-time itself folds into a singular point. A black hole is born. Every black hole has a limit called the Schwarzschild radius. This is not a physical surface. It is a mathematical boundary. Cross this line, and escape velocity exceeds the speed of light. Nothing, not matter, not light, not information, can leave. This is why black holes are invisible. They do not emit light. They consume it. The only way we detect them is indirectly, by watching stars orbit invisible masses, by detecting X-ray emissions from heated matter, or by observing gravitational lensing, where light bends around them like a distorted mirror of space-time. Before matter falls into a black hole, it rarely falls quietly. Instead, it forms a spinning structure called an accretion disk. Here, particles accelerate to near light speed. Friction heats them to millions of degrees. This creates intense radiation, often brighter than entire galaxies. In fact, some black holes are detectable across billions of light years purely because of this glowing disk. What you are seeing is not the black hole itself, but the last scream of matter before it disappears. Imagine you're drifting in the absolute void. Behind you, the stars you once knew are fading into pinpricks of light. In front of you, there is only it, the great devourer. You've decided to do the unthinkable. You're moving toward it. But before you even touch the edge, reality begins to warp. You enter the photon sphere. Here, gravity is so powerful that light doesn't just pass by, it orbits. If you look to your side, you wouldn't see the stars. You would see the back of your own head as your image circles the abyss and returns to your eyes. You are now a ghost in a hall of mirrors, and there is no turning back. Here is where the universe fractures. According to Einstein's general relativity, gravity is not a force, it is curvature of space-time. The stronger the gravity, the slower time flows. To an outside observer, you are already slowing down. This is called gravitational time dilation. At the edge of the event horizon, seconds stretch into hours, hours stretch into years, and years stretch into eternity. From their perspective, you never fall in. But for you, nothing feels different. That asymmetry is one of the most disturbing truths in physics. You have reached it, the event horizon. There is no physical surface, no wall, no barrier, just a mathematical point where all paths forward lead inward. Even light cannot escape because space-time itself is bending faster than light can move outward. It is not that you are being pulled in. It is that all directions in the future point inward. Not all black holes destroy you immediately. Supermassive black holes, like the one at the center of the Milky Way, Sagittarius a star with a mass of about 4 million suns, can have event horizons so large that crossing them feels completely normal. No explosion, no sudden force, just silence. You wouldn't even realize the exact moment you crossed, but that calm is deceptive, because deeper inside, space-time becomes progressively more distorted. Inside the event horizon, something strange happens. Space and time effectively switch roles. Moving toward the singularity is no longer a choice. Just like moving into the future is not a choice. You can choose left or right in space, but you cannot avoid tomorrow. Inside a black hole, the singularity becomes your inevitable future. Some black holes are not silent. They launch relativistic jets, beams of charged particles accelerated to near light speed, stretching for thousands of light years. These jets are powered by magnetic fields twisted around the accretion disk. They can outshine entire galaxies and shape cosmic structures on a galactic scale. In a way, black holes are not just destroyers. They are also engines of cosmic evolution. As you approach the horizon, light leaving your body loses energy. Its wavelength stretches, it shifts from visible light to infrared to radio waves. To distant observers you turn red, then darker, then invisible. This is gravitational redshift. You are not disappearing instantly. You are fading out of the observable universe. Now comes the physical breakdown. If you fall feet first, gravity is stronger at your feet than your head. This creates a tidal force. At first, it feels like stretching, then pulling, then tearing. Eventually, your body is stretched into a thin stream of particles, what physicists call spaghettification. This effect is extreme near small black holes. For supermassive ones, it may occur much deeper inside. But physics is not fully settled. One theory suggests something even stranger. The firewall paradox proposes that quantum effects at the event horizon create a wall of high-energy particles. Instead of slowly stretching, anything crossing the horizon is instantly destroyed. No smooth passage, no survival, just termination at the boundary. In 1974, Stephen Hawking proposed that black holes are not truly eternal. Due to quantum effects near the horizon, they emit radiation. Over extremely long timescales, they slowly lose mass. Eventually, they evaporate completely. But for supermassive black holes, this process takes far longer than the current age of the universe. In 2019, humanity achieved something unprecedented. The Event Horizon Telescope captured the first image of a black hole shadow, M87. What we saw was not the black hole itself, but its silhouette against glowing plasma, a ring of light bent by gravity. Proof that these objects are not theory, they are real. Now the piece ends. You are approaching the singularity. The tidal forces grow stronger. Space becomes increasingly non-Euclidean. Every direction curves inward. Every second shortens. Every possibility collapses. At the center lies the singularity, a point of infinite density, where equations stop working, where physics as we know it collapses. Some physicists believe this is not an endpoint, but a gateway, a wormhole possibly connecting to another region of space-time, or even another universe, a white hole on the other side, but this remains speculation, because no information ever returns. You are now part of the black hole, not as a body, not as matter, but as information encoded into space-time itself, and the universe does not easily forget.